Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna make together this beautiful baby dress. It's very easy to make and you can make it in any size that you want. So guys, this is my first tutorial with clothes, so be kind with me and I really hope you're gonna like it. So let's begin. So let's start with the material. We're gonna need a notebook and a pen and measurement tape, a crochet hook. I'm using 3.5 millimeters, pairs of scissors, knitting needles, I think this is how they call it, and of course our yarn. I'm using this acrylic yarn. It's 100 grams in 240 meters. So before we start, the first thing that we're gonna do, we need to work a small sample. I cast on 30 stitches and I work few rows, and then you're gonna take your measurement tape and you're gonna count how many stitches you have in 10 centimeters. We do this so we can know how many stitches we're gonna start any of knitting project. So you're gonna take your measurement tape and we're gonna put over our small sample and we're gonna count how many stitches you have on 10 centimeters. I already know mine. With this yarn I have 22 stitches in 10 centimeters. So you're gonna write that down. First thing, we need to know the chest, the measurement of the chest of your baby. My baby girl have 52 centimeters and we're gonna divide it by 2 because our dress will be made in 2 parts, so it's 26. Now we're gonna write down, so in my 10 centimeters I have 22 stitches. So what we're gonna do next, we're gonna take these 22 stitches and we're gonna multiply with 26, the half of the chest of my baby. So 22 multiply of 26 will be 572. Once you have this number, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this 572 and we're gonna divide it by 10. 572 divided by 10 will be 57.2. So these are the stitches that we're gonna need, but we cannot cast on 57.2, so we're gonna cast on 57 stitches. So we're gonna start with 57 stitches. So I cast on 57 stitches and now we're gonna start our first row. We're gonna skip the first stitch, then we're gonna knit all stitches. This dress you can do it in any size, just if you take the measurements and you calculate in the same way like I showed you, it will be very easy. So go ahead and finish this row by knitting all the stitches. So we're gonna start the second row, we're gonna skip the first stitch and again we're gonna knit all stitches. So this is the second row. We need to have a total of 6 rows knitting. Once I finish my 6 rows of knitting, I'm gonna come back and show you what to do. So guys, I finished my 6 rows of knitting. Now we're gonna start a new row. We are on the wrong side. We're gonna skip the first stitch, but this one will count as the stitch, so we're gonna count it. This is the first one, and then we're gonna knit 7 stitches. We need to have a total of 8 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. When we are on the wrong side, we're gonna start like this. 8 knit 8 in the beginning and we're gonna knit 8 at the end. So after you knit your first 8 stitches, now you're gonna purl all stitches until you reach the last 8 stitches. So I purl all stitches and I have 8 more. Then this 8 we're gonna knit. So knit this last 8 stitches. When we are on the wrong side, we're gonna work in the same way. 8, knit 8 in the beginning, purl and knit last 8 at the end. Next row in the right side, we're gonna knit all stitches. Nothing gonna change. So you're gonna knit all stitches on the right side. On the wrong side, you're gonna knit 8, purl all stitches until the last 8, and you're gonna knit the last 8 stitches. So I'm done this row also. We're gonna go again on the back side, that we're gonna do the same thing. Skip the first stitch, knit 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Once you did you knit 8, you're gonna purl all stitches until the last 8 stitches, and then you're gonna knit the last 8 stitches. So guys, we're gonna continue these 2 rows until you have 13 centimeters. So I finished my 13 centimeters of working these 2 rows. I'm gonna show you also with the measurement tape. So I have 13 centimeters. The next row will be knitting all the stitches until the end. Skip the first stitch as always, and then you're gonna knit all stitches until the end. So I finished the row. Now we are on the wrong side. Again, we're gonna knit all stitches. We need to work 4 rows of knitting on the right side and also on the wrong side. So this is the second row. We need to do 2 more. So go ahead and finish 4 rows of knitting. So I finished these 4 rows of knitting, and this is how it looks. Now we're gonna start our skirt. We're gonna skip the first stitch. We're gonna work these 8 stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So we have these 8 stitches. Now we're gonna knit 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need 10 more. I want you guys to be a little bit careful when we're gonna do this pattern here, because then you're gonna work it alone. So I want you to understand, so you can make a beautiful dress. Okay, so we have 8 in the beginning, then we have 20 stitches. Now what we're gonna do, yarn on, knit 2, then you're gonna yarn 1, then you're gonna finish knitting 20 stitches plus 8 at the end. So you're gonna have 28 stitches of knitting. So I finished the row on the right side. Now we are on the wrong side. We're gonna skip the first stitch, and we're gonna knit 7 with the first stitch. We have 8. So from now on you're gonna work like this. on the wrong side, you're gonna knit 8 in the beginning. You're gonna purl all stitches until you have your last 8. So let's purl. So guys, we're gonna purl until our last 8 stitches, and then once you reach your 8 stitches, you're gonna knit them. So now we're gonna start our third row of the skirt. We're gonna skip the first stitch. Don't forget that this counts as a stitch. Then you're gonna work 28 stitches. You're gonna knit 28 stitches. Once you have your 28 stitches, you're gonna yarn 1, then you're gonna knit 4. In the previous row we knit 2 on the right side. Now we're gonna knit 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're gonna yarn 1, and you're gonna finish with knitting 28 stitches. Once you finish this row, you're gonna repeat row number 2 in the same way like I showed you before. Knit 8 at the beginning, purl all stitches, knit 8 at the last. Now we're gonna start our fourth row of the skirt in the same way. We're gonna skip the first stitch, then we're gonna knit 27. With the first stitch will be 28 stitches. So go ahead and knit 28 stitches. Once you knit your 28 stitches, you're gonna yarn over, then you're gonna knit 6 stitches, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yarn over again, and you're gonna finish with 28 stitches, 28 knitting stitches. Once you finish this row, again you're gonna repeat row number 2 where you have knit 8, purl, and the last you knit 8. So we're gonna start our fifth row of our skirt. I already knit 8 in the beginning. Now I'm gonna knit 20. So I'm not gonna confuse you. When you start, you're gonna knit 28. 27 with the slip of the first, you're gonna have 28 stitches. Again, once you have your 28 stitches, we're gonna yarn 1, and this time we're gonna knit 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then again you're gonna yarn 1, and you're gonna finish with 28 knitting stitches. So guys, to finish our first model we need to work 4 more rows, but these rows we will work on the right side. We will knit all stitches. On the wrong side we will knit the first 8. We will purl all stitches until the last 8, and the last 8 we will knit. So you're gonna work like this for 4 rows, and then I'm gonna show you what to do. So guys, this is our first model is ready. Now we're gonna start the new one. I want to explain you how to do it alone because I don't want to make a large video. So guys, one model of the skirt have 8 rows, right? We work 2 rows with increase, 2 rows without, then we have 4 rows knit and purl. Then when we first start our model, we have 8 stitches in the beginning, 8 at the last, and then we have 20 stitches on this part and 20 on the other. The next model that you're gonna do, you will have 24 stitches on this part and 24 on the other one, and the next one will be 28 and 28, 32 and 32. The model is the same, just that we add more stitches. Every model that you finish and you start a new one, you're going to add 4 stitches on the one side and 4 on the other, so it will be 8 stitches more, not 4. I'm sorry guys. So we're going to start the new model in the same way. We're gonna knit the first 8 as always, Then we're gonna need 24. In the previous rows we have 20, now we're gonna work with 24. So once you have your 24, again you're gonna repeat row number 2 from the skirt. That means you're gonna yarn 1, knit 2, yarn 1, and finish the row with knitting all the stitches. So guys, you're gonna repeat row 2 until 5, and then you're gonna work 4 rows, knit and purl, knit on the right side, purl on the wrong side, in the same way like I showed you on the first model. So you're gonna do as many models as you want. I'm gonna do 5, and then I'm gonna come here to tell you what to do. So guys, these are my 5 models. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I first start with 20 stitches when I did the first model, then I finish with 32 stitches. So now we're gonna make the border. The border is very easy to make. I hope I can make myself clear. And we're gonna skip the first stitch. We're gonna purl 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're gonna knit 1, yarn 1, purl 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again we're gonna repeat knit 1, yarn 1, purl 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again we're gonna repeat knit 1, yarn 1, then we're gonna purl 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna keep repeating like this until the end. You might have 2 stitches more because we have one in the beginning, one at the end. Doesn't matter, you're just gonna work it. So let's continue like this until the end. Second row of the border, wrong side, we're gonna skip the first stitch, then we're gonna knit 6, now we're gonna purl 2. The repeating pattern is from here, knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you're gonna purl 2, 1 and 2. Again knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, purl 2, 1 and 2. So you're gonna keep repeating like this until the end. So guys, our third row of the border, we are on the right side. When we are on the right side, we always gonna make an increase. That means we're gonna make yarn 1, so this will be an increase. On the wrong side, we're not gonna make an increase. So let's start. We're gonna skip the first stitch, then we're gonna purl 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're gonna knit 2. Before we have knit 1, yarn 1. Now we're gonna knit 2, then we're gonna yarn 1. So because of the increase that we did in the previous rows, we're gonna have more stitches. Again, purl 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're gonna knit 2. Then we're gonna make an increase, yarn 1. Again, purl 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, knit 2 and make the increase, yarn 1. So you're gonna continue like this until the end. Once you finish this row, when you are on the wrong side, You're gonna knit all the stitches that we have to knit and purl the stitches that we have to purl. As you can see, you're gonna go according to the stitches. Where you have knit, you're gonna knit. Where you have purl, you're gonna purl. So guys, from now on you will work as this according to the stitches. Where you have purl, you're gonna purl. Where you have knit, you're gonna knit. Just that on the right side you're gonna make one increase. I'm gonna leave a small picture with how to do the border. I'm gonna write it down and you can do it after this picture. So guys, I work these 8 rows, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and now we're gonna close our border, and this is how it look. You should take your crochet hook and let's close it. You're gonna take the first stitch with your crochet hook, then you're gonna take the next one, yarn over and pull through 2 stitches, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 stitches, again go to the next stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 stitches. This is the way that I close it. Maybe you know another way, but I think this is very easy and it looks very nice. So we're gonna keep continuing, yarn over, pull through 2 stitches, and this is how it looks. You're going to do this until the end of the border. So guys, this is how it looks once we close it. I think it's very nice. And now we're going to do the upper part. I'm going to show you on this part on the shoulder. Now we're going to need to get our crochet hook and our yarn, and we're going to take 15 stitches. So here is 1 2 3. You're going to continue like this until you have 15 stitches. Once you have your 15 stitches, you're going to take your knitting needle and you're going to put the stitches, and then we're going to start work. Now that we have our 15 stitches, we're going to turn the work and we're going to knit all stitches until the end. From now on, for the shoulder part, we're going to work only knitting. We're not going to work purl. Again, we're going to turn the work, and again we're going to knit all stitches. We're going to knit like this for a total of 11 centimeters. So on the right side, you're going to knit all stitches. So guys, I finished working 11 centimeters. I'm going to show you. So we have 11 centimeters, and now we're going to close it into the same way like I did before with our crochet hook. Once you finish the first part, you're going to do the same on the other side, 50 stitches, and you're going to work for 11 centimeters. So guys, I worked 2 parts of the dress in the same way, and then we're going to sew it. I sew it from down to up for 33 centimeters. This is what I need for my baby. You can do it larger or smaller. And also I sew it on the other side, and on the shoulders I sew it the both parts. So this is the dress, guys. I hope you like it. We're gonna see each other on the next tutorial. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.